Hi there, this is Datila with Rangers of Wrestling bringing you the WWE Extreme Rules review. Alright, so Extreme Rules ended on a very surprising high note. Bray Wyatt made his long awaited return to the WWE. So after the Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins match, the lights went out. And people started, there was a voice whispering, he's got the whole world in his hands. And then there was lights to each corner of the aisles, and you see each of Bray Wyatt's puppets. Then they zoom in to the crowd. They zoom in onto the crowd, and you see the Fiend. Let him in, exactly. Let him in. And then there's this house of puppets, and there's this weird TV, and someone's on screen. It reminded me of the Saw movies, so to speak. And then, he comes out. He's wearing a different mask, and he pulls it off, and you hear the pop of the crowd. And so Bray Wyatt is officially back, and after weeks and weeks of teasing and speculation, he finally made his grand return tonight. Coming, I expected it, but it was still pretty exciting to see Bray Wyatt back. I am so happy to see Bray Wyatt back. I'm very curious to see who his first feud is going to be, where they're going to do with this character. Is he still the Fiend? What is he now? I'm very curious. And he probably will be on Raw, considering he came out after the Matt Riddle Seth Rollins match. But with that being said, let's kick this review off. So you have the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium in a Donnybrook match, which is actually a really, really good match. I actually really liked it. When the bell rang, all six men went at it. You had Butch and Vinci on the announce table. You had Butch Dropkick Kaiser, who was being held by Sheamus and Rich Holland. Imperium destroyed the brawl. Sheamus got sent into steel steps by Vinci and Kaiser. This was a really good match. The crowd was chanting for Sheamus. They were chanting for Sheamus. And I really like that the 10 beats that Sheamus did to Gunter. I think he got all the way up to 15, though. And then they hit the Irish Curse backbreaker to Gunter. And then there was this one spot where Butch he jumped off the barrel and he took everyone out. And the Brawling Brutes ended up being victorious after Butch and Rich held Vinci and James hit him with the bro kick. It was a good way to open Extreme Rules. It honestly was. Who would have thought that who would have thought this year's Extreme Rules would be extreme? All right. So then we had a Miz segment. We had backstage segment throughout the whole night with the Miz. It was basically led up to the Miz getting attacked by Dexter Lumis. And then we had the Smackdown Women's Championship match. It was Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. This was honestly, in my opinion, my least favorite match of the night. Ronda Rousey won after Liv Morgan she passed out. Her eyelash was coming off. This is just my least favorite match of the night. It wasn't that. I didn't think it was that good of a match. But what did you guys think? We had the strap match. It was Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross. This match took a while to start because Scarlett caused a distraction. So, you didn't have Drew McIntyre. You didn't have Karrion Kross put the strap in right away. And, it took, like I said, it took a while to start. And when it finally did start, Scarlett got involved a couple of times. She put herself between McIntyre and Kross, and she pepper sprayed poor Drew McIntyre, which allowed Karrion Kross to be the victor. I honestly feel bad for Drew McIntyre. I feel like he's on a losing streak on pay-per-views, but at the same time, you cannot have Karrion Kross lose his first pay-per-view back. The ladder match for the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Bayley. I actually really like this match. This being Bianca's first ladder match, I think she did pretty well. I really had to play tug of war with the ladder. I was not surprised that Io Sky and Dakota Kai got involved in this match. I really like that double KOD to Dakota Kai and Io Sky. That rose plant to Bianca was pretty cool. I like that Bayley tried to trap Bianca under the ladder, but Bianca pushed the ladder off. And Bianca used her braid on Bayley. Now, I don't know what Bayley was trying to do, but like she picked up a ladder. And like Bayley picked up a ladder and then Bianca hit Bayley with the KOD and she landed on that ladder. So I really don't know what she was doing, but I'm really happy that Bianca retained. I wasn't sure if they were gonna have Bayley or Bianca, if Bayley win or Bianca was gonna retain. I'm really glad Bianca retained. So next we had the I Quit match, Edge versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor came out wearing a very weird mask. First was that bandana, now was a mask. And then he also came out to a new theme music. It was a remix of Finn Balor's old theme. Or at least I thought it was a remix of Finn Balor's old theme. And at one point, Edge trapped Finn Balor Finn Balor trapped Edge in between the ring and their apron. Now, I'm not surprised Judgment Day got involved in this. Damian Priest, Dominic, even Rhea all came out. And they handcuffed poor Edge onto the ropes. Now, of course, Rey Mysterio comes out. He does a 619 to Damian Priest. With Dominic beating up his dad. I don't know how Dominic can get away with that. Me, personally, if I attacked one of my parents, I'd be 6 feet under already. But Beth Phoenix also got involved in this. And she whacked Finn Balor and she whacked Damian Priest with kendo sticks. Dominic kind of just refused. And then in the moment that people were probably waiting for, you had that confrontation finally between Rhea Ripley and Beth Phoenix. Beth ended up getting the key and she handcuffed Edge. You had a spear to Priest by Edge. You had Edge hit Finn Balor with 3 spears. You had Rhea hit Beth Phoenix with brass knuckles and a coup de grace to Edge 3 times as Edge was being held by Damian Priest and Dominic. Now, they threatened to hit Beth with the concerto, so that was the way they got Edge to say, I quit, allowing Finn Balor to win. It was a good call if you ask me, because Finn Balor needed the win. Edge didn't need to beat Finn Balor. He needed the win here, so I'm really glad that Finn Balor won here. But this match was this was a good match. I did not know how they were going to end this. I really liked the finish. I know they went into the crowd and they had a couple of spots in the crowd. They had when Finn Balor was launched onto the concrete overhang. So that was pretty cool. And then Edge going crashing into the handrail. But I don't think this feud is over. I don't think. Not after that finish. It is so not over. And we got the fight pit match. Matt Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins coming out with RVD and going Seth freaking Rollins as they were in Philadelphia. And Philadelphia being the home of ECW. So one of the things that I liked about this match is that when Rollins climbed the cage, he did the frog splash, and he also did Seth freaking Rollins again as a tribute, or mocking RVD, I should say. Rollins bit Riddle's fingers, which I was like, oh my god. That buckle bomb to the corner of the pit was pretty cool. And now they went to the top, and Rollins hit the pedigree to Riddle, and he was trying to tell Daniel Cormier to count, but Daniel refused to count. Riddle with an RKO on the platform. That floating Broton from the top of the pit to Rollins was, oh my god, freaking more phenomenal, pun intended. And so Matt Riddle locks Seth Rollins in for the triangle. And Seth Rollins freaking struggles to break free from this hold. He tries to hit Riddle against the steel cage. That doesn't work. He's just struggling to break free. And so Matt Riddle wins by submission. I was shocked. So maybe the feud is over. And so, like I talked about this in the beginning, but I'll go ahead and talk about it here again. So at the end of the match, the lights go out. The lights go out, completely out. And you hear a voice that goes, he's got the whole world in his hands. And as the lights, each aisle lights up, you see a different puppet, like for Bray Wyatt. And then there's like a type of like a mask on the announce table. Then they cut to the Fiend in the crowd. And we had like a house. And inside it was like the puppets. And it was a TV. Kind of reminded me of Jigsaw, kind of like Saw, very Saw-like. And then out comes a man in a mask with a lantern. You know where this is going. And the crowd starts to chant, holy shit, holy shit. And as he takes off the mask, which kind of reminded me, if you guys seen the movie The Black Phone with Ethan Hawke, it reminded me of that. He takes off his mask and it's none other than Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt making his long-awaited return to the WWE tonight on Extreme Rules. After weeks of teases and speculations, it's now officially clear that it's Bray Wyatt. I think that a lot of us would have been disappointed if it wasn't Bray Wyatt, and also if WWE did not follow up with the tease, because if you remember this past Friday, they teased that it was going to be revealed today. So really happy. But overall, this pay-per-view was not a bad pay-per-view. Who would have thought Extreme Rules could be, well, extreme? For it being only having 6 matches, it wasn't bad. I could do without the missed segments. Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan was okay. And so I would give this pay-per-view 8.5 out of 10. I really would. Not a bad pay-per-view, but like I said, that I did not really care for that. But what did you guys think of this pay-per-view? Let me know in the comments section below or in the live chat if you're in the live chat. But with that being said, you guys, thank you guys all so much for watching and for the continued support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or listen to a video. And I'll see you guys on Monday after Monday Night Raw. Bye.